Train station, baby. Think about you lately. I sit alone at the 9 o'clock again every day. All crazy. I've had this reoccurring dream, and it's starting to feel like a nightmare. Nightmare. I see her while she can't see me, and I'm starting to feel like I'm not there. Not there. These arrivals and departures will keep the best of me. I've had some trouble remembering that's the last time I saw your face. It's been a lifetime in my heart and an eternity in my eye. Years pass and gone so fast. Mirrors reflect and shadows cast. Maybe one day we'll cross paths. I hope to God I'll see you again. Someday soon, I know I'll think of you and the things that you do. This feeling is fleeting and so is the meaning. The feelings are changing, your life rearranging, and never regret these words we're exchanging. Silence still hangs in this room. I've had some trouble remembering that's the last time I saw your face. It's been a lifetime in my heart and an eternity in my eye. Years pass and gone so fast. Mirrors reflect and shadows cast. Maybe one day we'll cross paths. I hope to God I'll see you again. Whatever you're looking for, I hope you find it. Whatever you're looking for, I hope you find it. Find it. Trouble remembering when's the last time I saw your face. It's been a lifetime in my heart and an eternity. I've had some trouble remembering when's the last time I saw your face. It's been a lifetime in my heart and an eternity in my eye. Years pass and gone so fast. Mirrors reflect and shadows cast. Maybe one day we'll cross paths. I hope to God I'll see you again.
And now for your weekly dose of metal. Here are your hosts, Morgan Danielle and Luco Blaze on The Metal Experience.
Hey! Welcome to The Metal Experience. Tonight we just heard Signals by Glory Days and Jane by Guardrail. You can catch both those bands playing at Feels Fest this Saturday, July 27th at The Wire in Berwyn. We're helping to sponsor that show also, so we'll be there fucking dicks out for Harambe. Bands are selling tickets for 12 buckaroonies. I'm Luco Blaze, sitting over here rocking out too hard almost. Calm it down, Morgan Danielle. And we have on with us for the third time, boys, Trace, the Blank Saturn. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves, what you do in the band? You got some new ones.
I don't. My name's Eric, I play guitar. This is Brandon. I play drums in the band and sort of sing on the album. This is Josh, I play bass.
Slap in the face. And who's missing tonight? Well, for now.
For now, the vocalist will be showing up later on. His name is Travis.
And if you don't, we'll make it. If you don't. Well, thank you, boys, for coming out on a school night. We'll get around.
Shul night.
Shul?
Shul? Yes, Shul.
So, boys, it's been a while. It's your third time on.
And it's been since 2013.
It's been since 2013.
That was a long time ago.
What the fuck have you boys been doing?
Not much.
Just hanging out.
Too much. Scratching the throats.
A couple of throat scratching. So you guys recorded a new CD.
That was one thing we did in that time period.
You got some new band members. Another thing you did in that time frame.
This guy over here, Josh.
Joshua.
We're getting the heavy, we're getting the beef.
The
on
beef.
the bass. Yeah. Do we need to recap since our last appearance?
Absolutely, I need to know every single thing you've done since then.
Alright, so the last show we played as a band was in September of 2013. That was as a 5-piece. We then lost 3 of our members. Brandon and I decided to continue on in February of 2014. We started recording the album that we released in November of 2018. So it took a minute to get that done because during that time frame we were trying to fill in the blanks as far as bass player and vocalist, and none of that was materializing on a permanent basis. There were a couple other bass players that played with us and then had to drop out after 6 or 9 months, however long they had been with us, and we had to drop out for whatever reason. Couldn't find a vocalist. I think we tried out in actuality, probably over 30 people.
Holy shit.
I'm not exaggerating.
It was a taxing experience.
It was soul sucking, but we always reference pain and perseverance as what got us through to release this record. So, I mean, we did the tempo mapping, did the scratch tracks, Brandon did the drum tracks, I did the guitar tracks, and I think all that was probably done sometime in 2015, probably 2015, 2016, and then it took so long to figure out what the bass situation was, and after that it was, or I guess concurrently with that it was what's the vocal situation, and we ended up going with our buddy Paul, who actually recorded us and engineered the album. He's a very super talented guy on many levels, and he's also a bass player, and he played the bass on the record, the bass lines, and did a great job. And then still couldn't find a vocalist. We we've always known Brandon can bring the breeze. And so,
Effortlessly.
so we're like, okay, let's try one and see how it comes out. That was Dump Truck Full of Zombies. We had to do vocals on that, and then we're like, you know what, this could work.
Fuck it. Do them all.
He did them all. And
All 37 tracks.
minus 30.
That's
Minus
what it
30,
felt
7
like.
tracks, yeah. So minus 30, and so 7 tracks, and we got it all recorded. Paul got it mixed up, we got it edited and ready to roll, and then we released it finally.
And what's Paul's studio? Where that at?
It's at our practice spot. It's at his house. It's at where it needs to be.
It's a portable.
Portable Paul.
Yeah, it doesn't have a legit studio. It's a mobile kind of situation. But
It's legit, but it's like you said, it's
right, yeah, it's not like you have to go to Paul's studio. Like,
right.
He brings the studio to you.
we did all the drums and guitar in our practice space at Fort Knox Studios, and then everything else was tracked in his basement, which is Round Lake.
Yeah,
So
Round
like-
Lake Beach.
The bass tracks that he put down are all from his basement.
They're all from his basement, and the vocals are from his basement. So I think we've got an Instagram picture of Brandon going into the mic in
My
Paul's
vocal
basement.
cords being shredded, bleeding out. I was not prepared to do that as I'm not a vocalist, so it was a unique challenge that after doing that first track and how well it turned out, I guess I should say, we were all, at first we just couldn't stop laughing at it, honestly. We were like, this is so dumb but awesome.
I think we were laughing through every single one of them.
Yeah, and then we just decided, fuck it, let's just try it. And I did my best. You helped coach me through a lot of the vocal patterns that you had come up with.
Just reach your balls a little harder on this one.
I want you to enunciate here instead of here. I want you to breathe gutturally here. Oh, yeah, well, breathe.
Well, breathe. So then, Josh came along.
Yes.
When? And how do you
So,
get hooked up with this sexy human being?
so we released the album November 2nd, 2018, and then I think, Josh, when did you first come out in January? Was that December? Or was that actually the next?
Him and I were talking probably in fall. And I think it came out in
The album was still fresh.
yeah.
Of 2018, correct?
Fresh. 2018. Josh came out, jammed the bass. He was cool. He still is cool. I mean, I can't. I don't know. I can't vocalize. I can't I can't over describe like how ridiculous the pool of talent out there is. Either in being weirdos, being flakes, or not having talent. So I can't underestimate how just like blessed I felt like, oh, this guy is gonna work out.
He's normal and can play the bass
Yes.
and likes the music. That's like,
The trifecta.
yes, the trifecta. The rare trifecta.
And vocals were even harder to come up with.
So then Josh was joined the winter of this past year, 2018. And then vocalist Travis, how did you guys get hooked up with him?
Is it the internet?
I think that's literally just like a Craigslist ad type of thing.
And that was tryout number 31.
I was counting that.
That's ridiculous.
And so when was his first tryout? When did he done? And when did you guys make it official?
Not that long ago.
Yeah,
I think it was, when did he first try it out?
I feel like it's only been like 2 months or something like that.
So here's what Travis did that blew our minds. He came out prepared. As a vocalist, he came out prepared. He knew pretty much all of the lyrics to almost every single song.
Isn't that what
That's
you're supposed to do?
Yes. See, a reasonable person would think,
I'd be impressed if they had one song down well, like to the album standard, but
he had all of
he
it.
had the whole
All of
thing down.
And he got all of the phrasing right, he got all of the patterns right, and it was kind of difficult to hear in the context of practice about with our crappy PA, is he any good or not? And then, Josh had his ear like right in it, and I was like, it sounded like it was good. What did you hear over there? And Josh was like, oh yeah.
And he had all the little bandings down and everything. Because we were like, well, what do you want to jam? And he's like, well, he was really trying to keep American magazines down. He had everything printed out. He was like,
Most of the time, guys would come in, I didn't learn any of it. I was just like, freestyle and shit. Like,
Freestyle.
no, bro. You have to learn the patterns because I had it explicitly stated in our ad.
Learn a song.
Just one. Just one. They can download the album for free on Bandcamp.
Parents are over there learning on a song. Come in.
The best part, we had one guy come out. He was like, oh yeah, I like decor and all this kind of stuff, whatever. I'm like, cool man, yeah, just stop out. He comes out. He has a guitar.
What?
Like a surf green guitar, not a metal looking guitar.
Fender Stratocaster.
Yes, that's exactly what it was, but it's surf green. And he's like, yeah, the music's pretty cool, but I was thinking about maybe like changing the style a little bit. Like, man, I could just show you some of the songs I'm writing. I'm like,
What?
no, bro, you're gonna have to go.
Yeah, like, why did you come here? Really? You got a vocalist. Why do you have your guitar?
This is just the kind of bullshit we
It
do.
was funny because you could see I was confused at first because I was like, okay, is he coming in? I thought he was a vocalist tryout, and then I thought, well, we were a 5-piece. I've been doing all the guitars, but this was a guitar guy who was going to come out and try out something. So are you trying for vocals? He's like, oh yeah, but I got this too, and he continued on with what Brandon said.
And I mean, it could have worked out as a guitarist vocalist,
No, it couldn't have.
No.
Well, I mean,
yes.
Oh, it totally could. Yeah, totally could. If it, it was on the same wavelength. But I could see in Brandon's face, like,
He was like, I like the real heavy shit like Marilyn Manson, Soul Chamber. And we're like, oh.
I mean, I was getting
like,
ready.
that's cool, man. Like, I like other bands that are like that too, but that's not this.
I was getting ready
This
to
is-
politely suffer through, trying to practice with this guy, and Brandon was just like he was my hero. He was like, no, dude, this just isn't gonna work. I'm sorry. Like, before the guy got even fully set up, he didn't even sing a note for us. It was just like, no, this isn't gonna work. See you. And he left, and it was really awkward, but Brandon was he was at the point where he was like, we're not wasting any more time. We know this isn't going to work out. We're not going to waste your time. We're not going to waste our time. We'll see you later. So,
he wanted to do like cleans, do a bunch of cleans. And he's like, well, how about like half and half?
Turns out it was James Hetfield kicked out.
Well, let's hear one of the tracks from the self-titled debut from you guys without the new edition yet. But
So this is you on vocals, Brandon, right? Okay. So we don't have anything that has Travis on vocals. You have to see that in a live show.
which
I
on the
didn't
next
see.
record, which we are beginning on.
Okay. Well, we'll play a track. We'll come back in. We'll talk a little bit more about Travis's induction into the band and moving forward and whatnot. But what's the first track you guys want to play to reintroduce yourselves to the Middle Experience?
Well, Dump Truck Full of Zombies.
I think that's probably the best.
The
choice.
first song you guys,
Two
yeah.
of our favorite things. Dump Truck Full of Zombies.
It has a great sound, but listen carefully.
Perfect. Well, let's do it on the Metal Experience, the Blank Standard. This is Dump Truck Full of Zombies.
rock and roll.
Goddamn right.
This is the Metal Experience, and now back to Morgan and Luco.
All right, we are back with Metal Experience. I am Morgan Danielle with Luco Blades, hanging out with our friends in the Blank Standard again. And that was Dump Truck Full of Zombies for the self-titled debut.
Who did all the zombie noises?
Yeah, what was that?
That was Brandon, me, and Paul.
Wow. You pulled off that pretty good.
So who does the zombie noises live?
Designating one person like ahead of time and everyone else.
Eat that guy!
So what inspired a dump truck full of zombies?
What is inspired? Well, you know, zombies are cool, dump trucks are cool. So I was at a birthday party some years ago.
Perfect.
I was at a birthday party for one of my kids' friends, longtime friends, and I saw a dump truck. Instantly into my head popped. It's like,
Oh, wouldn't it be cool if it was filled with zombies and they drove around and they all got up and hate people?
I hope you said it just like this.
just like in my head, yeah. Too much.
Yeah.
My kids would be like us.
They're crying.
But
How old was the birthday party for at the time?
it must have been like 2
2 and 3-year-olds?
something like that. Yeah.
Wait, you just said it was your kid's longtime friend.
2 years old is like
That made sense. You know, like
straight from the womb.
13 years ago, but you know, family friends, so their kids are
So it's been 13 years since you came up with this
well,
idea.
not quite that long, but probably like 10 years. 10 years.
Did you ever tell your kids how you came up with that song?
I think so. At some point. But when I was writing the lyrics for it, so the lyrics, you know, you can decide, you the listener can decide if it is just about dump trucks and zombies driving around in a dump truck eating people, or maybe it's metaphorical about throwaway culture and, you know, eating things, constantly eating things and never getting satisfied.
I prefer the first one.
Me too.
It's so simple.
So maybe it's deeper. Maybe it's just, you know,
Simple and brutal. So they're zombie truck drivers too?
yeah, man.
They're like, fuck it. Like Return of the Living Dead, right?
Like
3 or whatever, where they're fucking like, say
I
more.
mean, a human driver.
That's the first one.
That's the first one?
Then
Yeah.
the
Okay.
second one is get the dang screwdriver out my head.
So, like that. They're kind of evolving and now they're like, fuck it, we drive cars. And dump trucks. We drive dump trucks. Okay.
Well, since we started the interview, we have the last member of the band finally come on out
Finally.
and join us, and we were just gonna start talking about him. Of course, you know, in a good way. So, go ahead and introduce yourselves and give us a little bit about your background and how you felt the tryout with the Blank Standard went. You've already heard their side, but now your side.
Actually, I didn't hear this. I didn't hear. Travis joined the band, I think about 3 months ago now. And apparently, they've been without a vocalist for 5 years when I joined.
Truth.
Seems to be a shortage of vocalists around here. I've been looking for a band. Well, I mean, shortage of decent vocalists.
They know. They've tried out 37 other vocalists.
So when you found the Blank Standard listing looking for a vocalist, what triggered your interest in the band? Like, what did you?
That song title.
Luco,
Yeah,
shut
song called Dump Truck
This
Full of
man.
Zombies? I'm in.
What did you like about their style. And you got all 7 songs memorized like super quick.
Well, 6, but yeah, I could have. I was just like, these guys are alright, they're good enough for now.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Well, the first thing that struck me about it was they were really tight. And I can tell they obviously must like put a lot of effort into practicing and whatnot. Because there's more than you can say for all the probably dozen bands I've ever been in. I've been jamming with another band right now, and they've been practicing for 6 months apparently, and they have like 2.5 minutes of material. So I guess it kind of just comes out of the music. The band has a strong work ethic, so I could tell that. And I don't know, kind of had elements of everything I like. Like it has kind of a bluesy feel to a lot of it. I'm into pretty much all the subgenres of metal, death, doom, black metal. So kind of like seemed like it came from everything. Didn't fit in one specific subgenre. Kind of stuck out about it to me.
What was the first track that you memorized? Well, let's really quickly play To Fly, just so you can get situated and relax for a second before we jump on in and we can update you on everything. Here we go. I miss you, Kevin.
Well, hi there. Hello. We know you're enjoying your current dose of metal with the people at the Metal Experience. What are their names, Ryan?
Hey, Morgan and Luco, how you doing?
Well, howdy. Should you get through with your dosage with them and find yourself still wanting metal, come see us at the Epitome of Stupidity podcast. You can find us on Podbean, Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, and other places, I'm sure.
Yeah, and it's cool. It's a cool show, I must say.
Until then, back to these guys.
Bye-bye.
Yo, what's up, everybody? You got Diggs McNasty,
Timmy D,
Corey Cormander Davidson,
and Jared Ercoli from Cool Through, and we fucking love metal, so listen in to the Metal Experience, because there's some cool motherfuckers, goddammit. Ho ho!
Woo! That was too high by the playing standard. And you know what? What's the name of the CD that we're playing the music on? We didn't even touch base on that. It has no name.
It's self-titled.
Self-titled.
The blank standard. Blank. There's nothing on it.
Blank. How did you create that name?
I did not create that name.
Come on, Rob.
So creative.
I created the name, but not the concept. The concept is from Canto 3 of Dante's Inferno. Dante Alighieri is a poet. Yeah. So this is in reference to the vestibule of hell, where the lukewarm or the non-committed, those who never took a side, like for good or evil, get to march around the outside of hell behind a, you guessed it, big standard that they don't stand for anything. They never put forth any effort whatsoever, so they get to march around the outside of the hall. Either they get to scum it in the mud, again, of lies and worms and filth, pecking at them.
So is that like kind of where you want to be? I mean, would it be better than being in hell? You're just like, yeah, just fucking hang out for forever, dude. Just
The work buddies over there.
I don't know, what's worse? What's worse, being like a really like passionate, effective evil person versus being indifferent to it all? What's worse?
So you can like be in hell, you can just fucking walk around over there, just fucking do whatever, dude.
Yeah, which is more respectful.
What was your favorite song to write? Or it could be something that you're doing now. Like what has been
Or to learn.
either one.
To learn and write, I would have to probably say the feeling material. Me, personally.
Yeah.
Just because we've been playing this shit on this album for quite a while at this point.
And what about you boys? Brand new to it. What was your favorite song to learn, Travis? Or playing?
Learning, I don't think I really have a favorite one as far as learning. I mean, it was pretty easy to learn a lot of it because of the fact that it was all already recorded. I could just listen, like follow along with the vocals, the lyrics written out. What was the other question?
Which one gets you fucking going the most playing?
That's a tough one too. Probably the last one on the CD, or I mean, next to last, the Morgan with the last one.
I'd have to say I
What you got? Banger, prize, banger.
It's fast. It's
What are your influences? Like individually, what got you into the genre, the style of music?
and your instrument? Drop the into the slap in the face.
I feel like there's a surplus of guitar players in Chicago. I was, I started playing guitar. I played guitar all the time.
Still do.
Since I was like 15, 14.
Still do, baby.
But yeah, everybody always knows it. This is my third band. So, as far as influences, going all the way back to Black Sabbath, Megadeth, Slayer, stuff like that. Going into weirder stuff, the shredding shit with the dudes with big hair and the Paul Gilberts and shit like that.
Days.
Instrumental stuff, a lot of post-metal shit, Tech Death, cornucopia shit.
The gummy grub
I like everything from like 60 BPM to like 50-ish.
If it's in there, Josh likes it.
2-hand tapping or fucking power chords.
Three-hand
Doesn't
tapping.
matter. Yeah, exactly.
3-hand
Blood
tapping.
tapping.
I mean, it makes sense because I found a picture of one of Kevin Libby's bodybuilding competitions, and not the picture Luco was talking about that he commented on, but a picture of himself. This one he just put, "Whoa, that's a lot of man meat." I mean, that was the picture.
Always good for the commentary.
I guess there was a lot of man meat in that picture, so.
Hey, continue.
Brandon, what about you? What got you picking up the drums and into the drums?
Man, well, I always wanted to play the drums, but my parents did not. So, I played guitar first, all through middle school and high school, and then I ended up like quasi roadieing and befriending this band Flesh Grind from the Chicagoland area, and their drummer, I became pretty good buddies with him, and he sold me his drum kit.
Ooh.
He had an extra one somehow. I don't know. The drummers always seem to have an extra kit, yeah. So that's how I got started, because of that guy. He sold it to me in a shoe. So.
Was it a good set?
Yeah, it was a pretty intermediate set. I mean, definitely good enough to start learning on. But, I mean, how did I get into metal? It's a longer story, I guess. I mean, I always seemed to gravitate towards rock music. My older brother, who's 10 years my senior, was like really into Van Halen, Iron Maiden, and shit like that. Ozzy. So I ended up getting a lot of secondhand cassette tapes of that kind of stuff, which just led me further down that rabbit hole. And by the time I was in middle school or whatever, it was like 97, 98, like the new metal was becoming really popular, and you could find it everywhere at the mall. So videos that are on there, I'm not gonna lie. Ventura had Camel Corpse. I was like, this is fucking bad. So honestly, as stupid as that sounds, those three allowed me to kind of figure out, I'm like, wow, there's some really heavy shit out there that stuff on the radio isn't satisfying. And then add to that, listening to all that stuff, I really wanted to start playing an instrument, mainly drums. But my older brother did guitar, so I learned all that stuff. And then the desire to play drums just never ceased that whole time. So then when I finally presented the opportunity to get the drum set, I sold other guitar stuff and funded that, and I rolled it back basically. I still do play guitar, but I mean, I practice 5-6 days of drum set stuff. It's really expanded my musical taste, a bunch of stuff, jazz, R&B and stuff, as well as blast beats and definitely
back-to-back bands you guys were in also. Has this been the playing standard for the only metal band you've ever played drums for?
That was the first one, a legit metal band I played drums for. I was in like a radio rock kind of band. I used to play guitar in that band.
Whoa, you were in Putrid Pile?
Just like a year. And then, yeah, Sean was really good. And then, after playing standard, I met another guy who was weirder death metal shit, and we started the project. And that's 10 years.
Yeah, that's why we booked this show now.
Josh, what about you? Yeah.
Return to Flash.
Before that,
Nothing serious.
just kind of.
Just jamming with, people like high school and stuff like that. Nothing as far as being out or being here. Obviously, I wasn't the age that could have played
Backyard parties and
Hot Belly and
Hot Belly.
the laundromat.
Nice, dude. Travis, what about you? Give us a little backstory. What got you into vocals and also the metals?
Started out originally playing guitar, and then basically I played guitar, I'm sure really bad for like 6 months or so.
So we've got 4 guitars since then.
Yeah, I actually understand about that. But I guess I first started out listening to like alternative stuff that was happening on the radio like in the mid-90s or so. And then I had to play guitar for about 6 months, and that's when I discovered metal. I just heard the stuff they were doing, listening to like Slayer and or Suicide, stuff like that. And it really just like blew me away, me being a guitarist. And I kind of just thought like this is really the type of music I wanted to play. Of course, back then I was like 12 years old. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get rich, like playing in a big death metal band when I'm older. Surprisingly, I just but I just started playing guitar, playing like death metal, Thrash, whatever guitar, and then picked up bass too, and then maybe about 4 years later, started learning the vocals. So, doing all of them for like 20 years or more so far. Pretty much bands that got me into it, like I said, with Slayer, DSI, Cannibal Corpse. As far as like vocal influences, if you listen to my voice, probably like a mishmash of Nation, Jens Kidman from Australia, Mariah, Glenn Benton from DSI, Chris Barnes, and a couple other ones I can't think of. Pretty much just, I learned to sing pretty much by singing along to death metal and thrash keys and imitating other people's voices. So I kind of picked up on a lot of my technique from other people.
And then with other bands that you had, to where you are now, you played guitar in other bands, or just vocals in other bands, or?
Done all 3 in different combinations. I played guitar in one band for like 7 years, and then I'm sure you've never heard of YouTube and Act.
Heard of them? No, I haven't.
That's never. Most people think you can figure out that.
What was that again?
Lutige and Act.
What does that mean?
It was German for Bloody Night.
Nice.
They thought of it for it. I was trying to get them to change it because, like I said, nobody could pronounce the name, but they didn't want to, so.
Like I know it was German in the band. It was perfect.
No, they were from Germany. That was the funny thing about it. They were like, I was like 16 when they started. Yeah, that sounds cool, right?
So that was guitar. You said you played bass in bands and vocals also?
Yeah, and then after leaving that band, I've probably been through, I think this is like my 8th or 9th band since leaving that band, mostly playing bass. Some of them I played bass and sang in my first band. I played guitar and sang, so I've done like all three. Like I said, different combinations of all three. So.
Fuck yeah, dude. What are the bands you've done vocals in then? Other than did you do vocals in Blue?
Yeah, we had 2 vocalists actually. Just basically not really like one person being the lead or backup, alternating vocals, so.
Fuck yeah, dude. And Derek. Oh. Freaking talking. Huh? Polish sausage. Bratwurst. Sauerkraut. Breakfast. Schwarzenheimer.
Which question am I answering?
All the above.
Okay. Influences. For me, it started in the mid-90s, early into the mid-90s, with Metallica, and Pantera, and Slayer, Testament, then they're involved into Fear Factory.
Fear Factory the whole way.
Fear Factory, there's so much Fear Factory. Meshuggah back in the 90s. I used to listen to this show. I lived in Lexington, Kentucky. They had this show on at night every Thursday night, Tuesday or Thursday. It was the Golden Springer morning metal show at night, and they would play Meshuggah, and they would play Deicide, and they would play Cannibal Corpse. They always played Hammer Smash Face from Cannibal Corpse, and I was like,
This is awesome! This is so awesome!
Was that a radio show or a TV show?
It was a radio show. Local radio show. They play that, and that's how I got introduced to a lot of these other even more out there bands. Convinced my parents to get me a guitar because I had no other activities.
It's either guitar
We just
or jerking off.
turned into something!
So they got me a guitar, got me guitar lessons. I was very, very fortunate to be hooked up with a guitar teacher who is out of this world. His name's Ben Lacey. If you have a chance, look him up online. He's a bit of a freak on guitar. Like seriously, this dude's out of hand. But I feel like that really, really helped me develop. Because I feel like I came to guitar, I guess, relatively late, depending upon who you talk to. I mean, I started when I was 14. So he helped me from the get-go.
Get up to speed.
He introduced me to Pantera. I remember I think it was like 1994, 1995 or something like that. And Far Beyond Under had just come out. And he was like, hey man, listen to this. And he put like Becoming on, and I was like,
Holy shit! What is he doing?
you know, the whammy pedal. But he introduced me to that, introduced me to some jazz stuff too. A little beyond the metal, but still like I can't really pursue anything but metal because I just love metal.
But
I respect jazz. I like the chord progressions, the principle theory, improvisation. I think it's important to be a better metal player, but the only thing I can really with passion play is metal. So yeah, playing guitar ever since I was 14.
We're 16 now, so
16 now,
2 years. Killing it. So the bands you've been in over the years.
I was in one other band before this in Chicago, and it was called One Below Nothing. We started out, they were already established under a different name, and then I joined in 2002, and kind of tried to make it heavier, because they were kind of more like alternative rock, kind of with a little edge, and I feel like they had a pretty big influence on making it heavier. Got heavier over the years, but that dissolved in 2009, and then early 2010 I met up with this guy named Kevin Libby, who was also a guitar player who wanted to play something really heavy, and performed with Mike Stanford, and Brandon followed. He was the next member added, and a bass player named Matt Whiteout, and a vocalist named Lee Paul, who came on shortly thereafter, and that's the origins of this band. Those three guys left, and Brandon and I continued, and now we've got Josh and Travis and Sandra here.
Still kicking. Awesome. Let's play another track. Josh, what was the first track that you learned to play on bass?
Ever.
No.
Let's play it.
Probably two one.
Well, then what's the second one? God damn it.
One two
Hydra. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Burn
right now! Do you want to hear a fucking podcast about anything and everything? Like movies, music, television, and more? Oh my god. Well, you've come to the right place. Subscribe to Journey into Comics Network, and you get Podcastrophe, hosted by me, Dick. Why not throw a couple bucks to the Patreon? It's your choice. Yeah. This is a Podcastrophe.
That sounds so awesome.
This is Jeff. This is Linus. We're in the band Nephilim. You're listening to the Metal Experience.
Woo! We just heard Hydra. Tasty tread. And that was another Blank Standard, which came off of the self-titled CD. You're right over there.
He can't contain himself, and now we're gonna see him eat more sugar. Perfect, I can't wait for this. Well, before you get your sugar, you guys have been on now 3 times. We like to do something special for those people that have made it back 3 times. Gotta figure out what happens after 6, 10. But anyway, take a minute, and I'll just close your eyes. And trust it, nothing will happen. Just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. What? Just close your eyes.
Just close your eyes.
Everybody close your eyes. And Luca will just talk to you soothingly while I just
so hard right now.
Travis, close your eyes.
Morgan, they've closed their eyes so hard right now. There's so much eye closing going on. And trust. Now close your hearts. Now open your hearts back up. And open your nipples. And thank you, you can open your eyes now. Morgan made
Alright.
some VIP
They're
extras.
big. They are big. What is this?
Thank you.
Wow, awesome. Thank you.
Cool. Some VIP passes for the boys. Got your album cover on there.
Yay!
Anywhere. Those are good everywhere.
I'm gonna use it, so I'm trying to get into my job tomorrow. I didn't open it before.
Now, the sweet thing with those is if you rock those, people are like, oh shit. They like.
Luco, the differences are the staff, and we wear them on lanyards, and the Metal Experience looks like a radio show pass.
Do the same.
This is gonna get me angry.
Well, then do it.
Well, I will.
Good.
Fine.
That's what it's for.
Well, thank you boys. It's the 3rd time. Thank you. We got the VIP passes. Cool. Fuck yeah. Thank you very much.
A little token of our appreciation to keep coming back and keeping us posted on your awesome music.
Get backstage next Cannibal Corpse.
Oh my
There you
gosh.
go.
You're in the Blink Standard. It means you're VIP.
Yeah. Nah, I'm in Blake Standard. Well, we don't know who that is, but come on.
I'm on the tour package you're unaware of.
Well, Morgan.
Yep.
It's about that time.
All right, cool.
Set it up.
Now it's time for
Hey man, look what I found!
Only on the Metal Experience.
Woo! All right, brought to you by our friends at Imprint Recordings, your music, your imprint. Visit imprintrecordings.com for more information for all your recording needs. This week we have a band from Västerås and Stockholm, Sweden. The band is 3 Dead Fingers. And we've got a twofer for you. It's Celestial Blasphemy. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
And Breed of the Devil. And these are both off the album Breed of the Devil. Let's fucking rock out. We'll do it.
So good.
the Metal Experience!
All right, that was a twofer, and it was brought to you by Imprint Recordings. Your music, your imprint. Visit imprintrecordings.com for more information for all your recording needs. They sponsor that segment every single week for us. Again, that band was Three Dead Fingers from Sweden. And that was Celestial Blasphemy and Breed of the Devil. And that was off the album Breed of the Devil. Check them out on the Facebooks. Give them a like. Rock out. Well, we are in the dungeon of Fitz's Spare Keys. Rocking out here with the boys from the Blank Standard. Whew. You guys just played your first kind of reunion show-ish this past week.
How'd it feel to be back?
How'd it feel to be back on the stage, boys?
Well, a word.
One word.
That was just one word.
So that's the first show you guys have played as this group, this lineup? Ever. And since 2013, correct?
So that's the first show I've played, period, since 2013. Brandon has played live in other contexts and other bands. But that's the first show I've played since.
And the first show the Blank Standards played a couple, 2-3 years. How'd it feel up there? Nice and sweaty up there?
It was very hot. It's sweat running definitely into my eyes. You guys have the same?
My ass was very, very moist.
You have the butt crack.
Yes, the front one has the. What was it?
The crack diverter?
Yeah, exactly.
The air rate, the air, I don't even know. You told me before you guys went on it was so that when you fart, it's the fart chamber. The fart chamber.
They don't bubble up, it just
They'll
goes
bubble
right
up,
down to
right
that
down.
chamber and then how's it inside?
Flagellation gets in the way of the metal.
Because you know, playing double bass puts a lot of pressure on your abdomen there.
So you never have like a fart come up from your tank and just sit under your ball sack.
Nope, it just goes right down to that
Right
channel.
out the channel and out. So, which can be kind of uncomfortable. I feel like if you're playing bass and you have a fart under your sack.
What?
Not pleasant.
Just sitting there.
Ew.
Morgan, you know what I'm talking about.
No, I do not. I don't want these issues. Ew, I do not. Stop it.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do not. Definitely do not.
Well, you boys played upstairs at this very same bar, rocking and rolling.
You got a good setup up there.
Fuck yeah. That's the first metal show that's been here in quite some time.
We've never been here before. We didn't know quite what to expect, and we're pretty darn impressed.
So were we.
Pretty darn impressed. But then you hear it,
So, the only other like metal show I've ever seen here or seen like advertised was there was a Metallica cover band once. I missed it. There was a Metallica and a Megadeth cover band that played here one night, and I was actually
Dyer's
here
Eve and Rattlehead.
Yeah, and it was fucking awesome. Rattlehead Joe from Air Raid and Rattlehead.
And John.
And Joe.
What is
So
wrong
anyway.
with you?
What? Anyway, that's the only metal show. Like they don't really have metal shows at this bar, so like.
We've had a couple people on that have said that they played
They played here,
upstairs,
like,
but it was
way
like
back in the
maybe
day.
for a college thing.
So that was pretty sweet having fucking metal in.
Matt Wydick used to play here with Jazz when he was at
Fuck
Elmhurst
Matt
College.
Wydick. The Jazz.
Yeah.
So will we be having more?
I did talk to the manager because, because we do the show here and he knows us well, and he was very impressed with the turnout on a Friday night. That I think we'll try it again.
I know they got some cash for the bowling lanes up there because me and a bunch of my people played some bowling.
Yeah, that's where everybody disappeared to after a few bands.
How do you guys do?
I did very poorly.
I tried to put the bumpers up.
It doesn't help that the bowling balls feel like they're from bedrock, but
Yeah.
They're horrible.
it's because people like to beat them up and toss them around when they're drunk.
Oh, I throw bowling balls from over my head when I bowl.
Yeah, I've noticed. He does. It's weird.
Tribal.
But you guys played, and that was your first show back as this lineup.
5.5 years.
So
Yes. It was good. I mean, I was a little nervous because I haven't played this material live. So, but I think it went over pretty well. I think the sound was decent enough. A bunch of people that had come out said it sounded good. I trust them not to bullshit me. So, hopefully it did sound good. I think I felt pretty decent about it. So, just looking
level with us, guys. Was it good or did we suck?
What if I told you
Uh-oh.
it was great? I also
I enjoyed
told you that halfway through your set, I also had to use the bathroom.
I was.
You guys rumbled me.
It was
so
so
hard.
You're welcome.
You forced a rumble and bowel movement.
It's the greatest endorsement you could ever get.
You guys have any more shows set up at the time, at the moment?
Not currently, no. We've been trying to get something set up, but so far.
Okay. But you guys said you're also working on new material.
Yeah.
What, give me the deets. How many tracks you guys got done? What are you thinking? What are you looking to do?
There's definitely 6.
Well, when all is said and done, there's going to be probably 8 tracks.
Yeah.
The album number 2, and Travis and Josh on this album. Don't quit. Can't quit. So 8 tracks for album number 2. Finishing up some writing on 1 or 2 of those tracks, and then yeah, we've already started the recording process as far as getting tempo mapping done, getting guitar scratch tracks done. A little bit more of that.
Were you guys recording the same place again?
Yeah.
That's what it seems like it's going to be. With Paul at your
Portable Paul.
Portable Paul.
Yeah, it makes the most sense, especially for the
I mean, that does help. That is a deciding factor.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
You do it for free?
considering how expensive everything else is, and he already has all the shit.
Portable Paul.
There.
What's up with our shit? What's up with
He's
us?
the most stoic person of all time.
There were a couple times I think you wanted to kill me, but other than that, he's
I had another wiggly
unfazed.
in there. You wouldn't mind?
Say what?
I had another wiggly in there. A wiggly wee and a wiggly woo.
After the 60th take,
Yeah,
trying
take
to get
number
it
62.
correctly, yes. Yeah, I'm stoked to see how this is going to turn out, because since it's just been me and Eric writing all of this stuff, it definitely has a different vibe going on. Whereas the self-titled album, you know, had a co-writer adding a lot of guitar parts or
Michelle.
full songs.
Just have it, Michelle.
So it should be, I don't know. I think,
And then you guys didn't play any of the new stuff?
No.
Okay.
Just the stuff up there.
What is your projected ETA on the new CD?
5 more years.
5 more years, yeah.
I'm gonna let it dry age. At least a couple of years.
2030. 2030.
It's gonna be really good though.
Really calm.
I noticed you guys are an all beard band.
Oh, beard band.
None of us have long hair.
Yeah. Yeah, but you all have the same style beard going.
You guys are so
Almost all about the same length. It's like
I haven't seen underneath. I haven't seen my whole face unshaven in 8 years. Is there a plan on going for 10 or?
Well, fuck yeah. Let's do another track off the
Let's do a
CD.
twofer.
Oh, well then let's do a twofer.
Twofer.
What's the next two tracks you guys want?
Lepers at the gate. I demand it.
And track 2.
Heavy Death Murder Kill.
Heavy Death Murder Kill, yes.
All right, here we go. Twofer.
I'm a dude, and I'm inviting you to join me on a podcast about brews.
Does that include stouts?
Yes, of course it includes stouts. Like I was saying, join us every Saturday on the journey into.
Wait a minute. Do you guys do anything about like IPAs?
Yes,
Stuff like that?
yes, we do IPAs.
Okay.
Yes. Anyway, join us on the Journey into Comics Network for Brews with Dudes.
Whoa, hey, have you guys ever? Do you care if I bring some Zima on?
Yes, I care if you bring Zima. Zima doesn't count. Zima's Dr. Dongo. Anyway, join us every Saturday for a podcast that delves into the craft brew world.
This is Gup.
This is Trent.
This is Tim. And we're Heavy! And you are listening to the Metal Experience radio show, Super Show Extravaganza, live on what the fuck network? Fuck. Can you edit that?
Woo! Alright, that was a twofer from the Blank Standard. That was Lepers at the Gate and Heavy Death Murder Bill. What were those two bad boys about? Give me real quick. Snappy. What were they about? Tell me. I want to know.
Lepers at the Gate is, I guess, very much about the content of our band name. Being different, making excuses for inaction, being those lukewarm that are condemned to march around hell. So that's theme song, I guess, if you want to put it that way, for the album, for the band. Heavy Death Murder Kill. It's a love song. It's a love song. Yes. Well put. I think trying to come up with the most inappropriate, violent, descriptive lyrics to describe that feeling you get when deep down inside you just want to do harm to someone else. That feeling that you have to hold back so many times, and like, well, what would happen if you didn't? What would happen?
You would end up heavy death murder killing somebody.
Yeah. I feel the need to stab them in the face. There you go. Yeah, I mean, the lyrics are pretty, it's cathartic. It's just plain, like, just get all that crap out, basket murder, pigs for slaughter.
Thank God you're not a murderer.
Very wholesome lyrics.
Just when you get that murder urge, just listen to that song and that'll help you get it out.
God, I got the fucking murder urge.
You don't have to hurt anybody for real. You just listen to Heavy Death Murder Kill.
Wow. What is your most memorable quote in your songs? Like a little snippet. Like, what's your favorite line you've written?
Well, then you just stab them in the face. Deeper down your throat. Oh, deep inside your throat? Yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound like just something you would say.
Dark.
We are legion godless, devour us all. We only want to be stuck deep inside your throat. That's yours.
That's pretty good, especially because of how you say it.
It sounds like there's like a little gremlin back there. Let's talk about the artwork really quick, about who did it for you on the album cover, and what is it of all that fun stuff.
So remember this name, Anthony Christopher Art.
Anthony Christopher Art.
Anthony Christopher Art. The gentleman's name is Anthony Christopher. And it's his art. And it's his art.
And if you say it 3 times fast next to a mirror, he'll appear.
So he has a very unique style. art on there. You can see some other work. He does a lot of other work. You'll definitely see the style that is on the album cover. From seeing his other work, I just felt like he would do a great job with the concept of the cover. It's an illustration of the vestibule felt. So the contingent of warm souls marching around the outskirts of Hellpine with the blank standard. So you can see on the cover the standard bearer who looks pretty decrepit and nasty, and he's carrying the tattered blank standard, and behind him is a vast host of souls and fallen angels that never took a side.
This one's cool. The guy that's in
What is he in a? Scooby Steve?
Yeah, I really like that. And the ink is around his ankle, dragging him down into the depths. That's pretty sweet. He's got some cool stuff on his Instagram page. I dig.
Most of it's pretty unsettling looking. Grotesque,
Decrepit animal.
There's actually a video of him. It's like a fast forward video of him doing the whole album cover of 2 Lepers of the Game actually on YouTube.
Badass.
Yeah. You just see him.
The time lapse.
Yeah, there you go.
You can see him draw our album cover, which I think took him over 25 hours. You can see it in a matter of 5 minutes.
What do you look up for that?
Just look up Lepers of the Game on YouTube. It should be on the Anthony's channel on YouTube.
Very part of it's work, I think.
Yes. Travis was asking me about the login. I was like, I gotta dig it up. I don't know where the login is.
It's all good. Where can everybody find everything that is the Blink Standard? And what do you have available, if any, merch?
theblankstandard.bandcamp.com. Currently, you can download the album. I'm just talking about streaming. You can download it if you so wish for free. In digital format from Bandcamp. So blankstandard.bandcamp.com. You can also order and pay for a CD digipack. And you get the album artwork, booklet, lyrics, and all that fun stuff, and the CD. That is also on Bandcamp. And we also have shirts available on Bandcamp. To 2XL.
Extra medium.
Extra medium. Yeah.
Yes.
Also available on Bandcamp, or you can purchase these from us at our shows. You can get the CDs as well as the T-shirts at our shows. And hopefully we'll be having some more of those soon.
The free shirt, it should be mentioned, is the full album cover on the front, and it has our tagline on the back, which is evil, bone, crushing metal in big letters. 15 smackaroos.
Like, for price.
Love it. That sounds fun. Well, we got a few announcements to wrap up the night with before we go out with the last twofer that we have off of the Blink Standard album. So, let's get rocking and rolling. To wrap up yesterday and this weekend, so obviously Friday you guys played here if it's a Spare Keys. It was the Extraction Point CD release show, which we helped host. Yeah, it was crazy. We got rid of all the shirts. 2 full bins worth of shirts are gone. It was crazy. It was like people were walking out with just piles of clothes.
Fully clothed.
Fully
They
clothed.
came in naked. We gave them fully clothed.
Yeah,
fluffs.
that was crazy. So, gonna have to replenish the stock and try to dig up some more for Saturday.
Captain Dildo Pants shirts.
But it was a great turnout. We had a good time. Wanted to thank again Blink Standard for playing, and then our friends in Architects of Ruin, Luco's band. I'm not thinking Luco. I'm thinking the other guys in the band. And Atlanta's Burning played, and then the guys in Extraction Point, and they played their album in full, and they fucking killed it. So there's a video on each of the bands doing one of their songs on our Facebook page, and then you can actually stream and buy Extraction Point CD off of the iTunes. They've got it on Google Play and Spotify, everywhere that's streaming platform, and then you can buy it. I think they got a Bandcamp too, but you can actually contact them through Facebook if you want a physical copy, because I know they got a ton of those still. So
At least 7 or 8.
yeah, it's a great turnout. We look forward to trying to put together some more shows here at Pittsburgh Keys now that the manager's seen that we can put on a metal show and actually draw people out to Elmhurst. It's pretty cool. So, and we actually saw some people that we haven't seen in a few years from the scene, just from doing shows.
No way.
Frank from Impale was out, Matt Lunsford from
No
Bleed for
way.
the Fallen when they were around a long time ago.
No way.
And some small world coincidences were going on that night too, so it was fun. It was fun catching up and seeing a ton of people, and we set up a table and gave a ton of stuff away. So that was Friday night, and then yesterday we were at a brand new venue that we've never gone to, the 105 out in Naperville. So that's the 1-0 as in letter 5. It's a super small venue underneath a studio in an alleyway. It's super weird.
The room's like a
The room
18 by 18 room.
It's super fucking small, and Within Destruction from Slovenia played there last night, and I'm not kidding, it was fucking awesome. I mean, they got bumped off the tour from Betraying the Martyrs because Betraying the Martyrs actually had a bus fire, and they had to go back to France because all of their gear and stuff were in the van, so they had to cancel their whole North American tour, and unfortunately that was their first ever headline tour in the States that they had to cancel. So Within Destruction was on tour with Sentinels, I'm sorry, from New Jersey,
New
and
Jersey.
Defying Decay from Bangkok was actually
Bangkok.
whatever. They were
Cock bang.
they were on the tour too, so they teamed up to find shows to replace the ones that they were missing. So it was fucking awesome. Our friends in Orinoco and Dead Awake opened up, and Nakarin opened up there from Brookfield, and the whole show was awesome. So very, very happy that we went. So Within Destruction is now a 3-piece, and they fucking killed it with just a drummer, guitarist, and vocalist. Like, you would never think they're missing people. They were phenomenal.
Missing people gamers.
Yeah, very fun, very fun. Hoping they come back. So, and with that, yeah. So just a few announcements before the next show. Guardrail are looking for a few extras to be in a video, music video that they're doing in Wicker Park this Friday. That is the 26th. So hit up Kevin Matthew if you are interested, or go to the Guardrail Facebook page because they need people. Our friends in Fool's Brew are going on tour with What Lies Ahead, our other friends. And they are starting on tour this coming Friday. They're going to be out in Oklahoma, and then they're going to be heading down to Texas and back up to Oklahoma. They'll be on tour for about a week. So if you're out in Texas or Oklahoma, catch our friends.
They're just playing Oklahoma and Texas dates.
Yeah, they're just playing Oklahoma and Texas dates, but they're playing multiple places during that time. So make sure you check that out.
We're just playing Washington and Texas dates.
Exactly. The official flyer for Armageddon Fest at Penny Road Pub that we're helping sponsor in November has officially been released. I know it's in November, but it's a solid lineup for you to mark your calendar for Saturday, November 2nd. Scars of Armageddon obviously are headlining since they put it together. The Art of Flesh is also going to be playing. It's their reunion show. Wings of Severance are playing, Beyond Death, the Eldritch Grimoire, Unity, and Until Our Last Breath. So make sure you come out Saturday, November 2nd to Penny Road Pub. Yes, keyword is always come for you, Hugo. July 27th, we are going to be at The Wire. That's this coming Saturday. We are going to be sponsoring Feels Fest. That is an awesome lineup of Arabella, Speaking with Ghosts, Capital Vices, Synovial, Glory Days When We Was Kids, and Guardrail. And we're going to be out there with a table set up amongst a few other vendors, and that starts at 3:30
So
for
Guardrail
doors.
needs people on Friday. And
Yes.
they're playing Saturday.
Yes. Yes.
I also need people on Saturday.
To be there for the show. Yes. So all the bands are still selling tickets ahead of time. I know doors are at 3:30 and the show starts at 4. So make sure you come out to Berwyn, get some free stuff that we'll be passing out. Hopefully we have some more shirts that we find to give away, and we'll be there the whole day.
Hopefully we find.
I gotta dig through my stuff. So that takes some time. That takes some time to part with things. So I posted earlier this week, we unfortunately had some technical difficulties where we had to remove our entire old website, themetalexperience.com. That old website is officially no more as of Sunday. We are officially migrating everything over to our Podbean site because we are able to kind of format it to the way that we need it to be, to have it all accessible in one place, since Podbean is...
And more telephone, smartphone friendly, correct?
Yes,
Mundo?
yeah, that was another thing too, because the Podbean site is, you're able to download the app for Podbean, and then it's also able to stream through your Android and Apple phone, either on Google Play or Apple Music or whatever the hell they're being called now. So that is all through Podbean, but then that site uploads us to YouTube and Spotify. We can get onto Pandora, and all those other sites are accessible through that. So everything is going to be transferred over to Podbean
And
within
that puts
time.
on more formats.
Yeah.
For more listeners.
Yeah, so we're working right now on publishing up all the shows. We're halfway through 2013. We have like 150 episodes still to publish. They've been uploaded. They just need to be published for people to see.
So, aren't we close to 400 now?
Yeah.
I feel
No,
like
we're
close to
at
400.
like 359 episodes, I think, after
It's
tonight.
close to 400.
Something like that. That is, I guess. So yes, it will all be up on the
So we have
site.
200 more episodes uploaded.
Sure. And then we have to figure out how to upload blogs. That is our next step.
The bloggy blogs.
Yeah, there was a
We'll
lot
get
of there was a lot of content lost. Unfortunately, we couldn't do anything about it, but we are working on getting things up and
Regaining
going
it.
again.
All over my face, neck, and chest.
Yes. So next week on the show, for those that want to come out and hang out with us at Fits and Spirit Keys, we will be back here. This is the last show of July. Next week will be next Tuesday. So I can't say this band's name. We'll learn next week. But I will try. This features our old friend Mike Domino.
Nice.
And the band is called Evloid. I
Spell
guess.
that. Use it in a sentence, please.
EVOLLYD. I don't know how to say Evloid.
Nation of origin, please.
Metal. So that will be next week, and then we have a week off. We will not be doing a show the first week of August. We will be back August 13th with Luco's band, Architects of Ruin. What? Yeah, you won't be here. Yeah, so that's all I got. That is my announcements, and look forward to more posts on the Facebook page for more updates on other things. So, we
Yes.
got 2 tracks left for the Blank Standard
We
tonight.
got twofer, boys. A fucking twofer.
This will be the outro for the album, I believe. Gorgon reflecting cool into.
What is Gorgon?
Gorgon is the type of creature that Medusa is.
Oh, I was always wondering what she was called. That's awesome. That's good to know. That's good knowledge.
Gorgon.
Oh, Gorgon.
She's
My eyes.
Gorgon. Maybe that's why I'm called Morgon.
Morgan. Ah.
Anyways, all right. So the last 2 tracks of the night. Thank you guys so much for coming back. We're excited to hear new stuff finally with a full lineup. This is exciting. New
Exciting
stuff
times,
coming.
boys. What a world
Yeah.
we're living in these days. It's exciting.
And hit up the Blank Standard if you're interested in hitting stage with these guys. They put on a hell of a show, and they need more. They've only played once since their 5 years being off the stage. So get them back on. Make sure you get them some more shows.
Yeah.
All right, last 2 tracks tonight. Pick up the self-titled album off of Bandcamp to download, and make sure you buy a copy of the album when you see them live. Here is the Gorgon Reflecting Pool and Megaton.
Liberation,
outside for more, but it's the only way to be sure.